Hello. So we're going to be getting into day 29 here in a few minutes. Before I actually start of blueprints, day 29 of blueprints, I figured from if you're following along and you know the title of the video, we're talking about blueprints. But anyway, before actually starting the game, I thought I'd just go ahead and move my Google Sheets document from my second monitor over to my primary monitor, just to talk about a few things notes-wise before we get started. So over here in the active puzzle, in the link to this Google Sheet documents, which I've got a shared link out there, it's on Google Drive, is in the description of the video. Okay, so you can look for yourself. And by the time you do look, it might be, updated from the way it is now, because I may make changes during the game or after the game, but before I post the video, that kind of thing, right? Or after I post the video, but before you follow the link, regardless, you get what I'm saying. Point is this is a living document. This document's, changing as I, change it, right? As I learn things and, and all that. So, but I wanted to just go over a few things thought-wise and use this as a visual aid. So, first off, over here I've got most of my screen. I've got some some classroom-specific screenshots over here. But most of my screenshots are just on this screenshots tab. Okay. And one of the things I started, I'm going back to try to get all the music sheets. So I've got sheets 8 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8 screenshotted now. I don't have 5, and 5 is in the greenhouse. So if I encounter the greenhouse, I'll get a screenshot of it. When I was initially encountering these music sheets, the first time I encountered them, I thought all that mattered was the bolded word on each. So I only wrote down in my notebook, if you're not familiar, everything in the Google Sheets is coming from this black notebook where, I'm taking notes during the game before I put them over into the Google Sheets document. So I just thought it was the bolded words that mattered. Like this says message, this has first, so words and so forth. And so I wasn't taking screenshots when I was first playing the game. I was just taking notebook notes. So I was just writing down, oh, okay, music sheet such and such found in room such and such has bolded word such and such. I thought that was going to be sufficient. But then what we discovered was that bolded message comes out to first words on the sheets are a true message. So then I had to go back to all the rooms, redraft, over the course of many days, try to find all the rooms again. In the ballroom, which had sheets 6 and 7, was kind of hard. It's a less commonly drafted room, or less commonly in the draft pool. So that one took me a while. But I have revisited all the sheets now. And I got the first words from each. So going here, like you see, this says stones, this says fine, this says among, the white, under, to, right? And then sheet 5 is not pictured here, but I had already written down the first word of that sheet. So that new message becomes find among the white sheets, because on sheet 5, sheets was the bolded word, but it was also the first word. Find among the white sheets under 2 stones. Find what? Not sure. So we've got this full message, but we've got to figure out what it means, right? That's a thing to do. It's figure out what that message really means, how to apply it. Another thing we've been doing, or I've been doing, is some rooms have statues of chess pieces. Like There are white pawns in the storeroom, den, dining room, bedroom, drawing room, quest bedroom. And I'm presuming there will be two more pawns because there's 8 pawns on a chess board or, chess side. There'll be two more rooms with white pawns. Then I need to find them and figure out what those rooms. The there's a white rook in the reading nook and in the vault. There's a white knight in the observatory. I don't know where the other white knight is. There's a white bishop in the chapel. I don't know where the other one is. Don't know where the white queen is. There's a white king in the office. Okay. Black pieces. There's black pawns in the walk-in closet and the parlor. There's a black bishop in the bookshop, a black bishop in the rumpus room, a black queen-ish in the study. So in the study, it's not a statue per se. It's just there's a chessboard, and the only piece on the chessboard is the black queen. So I'm counting it for the moment. I'm assuming I need to find more, probably the entire chess set between all the rooms, in order to work on a puzzle in the precipice that seems to be about the white pieces mostly. Any rate, we did decode the first letter from the picture differences of each room, and we got which spelled out a message across the entire map of the rooms, and that is, if we count small gates, 8 dates crack 8 safes. Okay. And we already got, so if we count small gates, so there was a small gate for the orchard, and this was a date. So I'm assuming, and here are some locations of some safes that we haven't cracked. We don't know the codes, but I'm assuming this means that the codes are going to be dates. That's what the presumption I've been making based upon my interpretation of this message. Okay. So I've been trying to collect just, what are, some significant dates. And then there are dates from that I need to just write down or transpose over from some of these books. Like, for instance, this book is dated 1809. So that would be another date I could add, right? It was checked out as certain, or this one's the one in the observatory. But books that are checked out, like from here, this book is dated 1979, but it was also checked out on a particular date by us, right? So there's those kinds of dates. We also want to figure out information from comparing the History of Erendia First Edition, which is an expensive book we bought and read and took screenshots of, compared to the edition that was previously in the library, which was second edition, right, which is heavily redacted and had all these redacted areas. So I've been trying to compare what's been redacted versus the first edition to see if there's clues in what's missing, right? And that might be more challenging because it might be like first letter of every single word, and there's a lot of words to go through. So I'm not going to make you sit through that exercise, but that's something I'm going to be having to do at some point while not, recording. I just haven't done it yet because it's a chore, right? It's a chore. We know some radiation levels can make doors unlock, but I don't know how to increase the radiation levels really. We've had some statues of pointing hands down and left and whatever in the bedroom and in the office, and there might be others. I don't know the purpose of that. The angels in the chapel, with Roman numerals, and they're all different angel women figures in the stained glass windows, and they have names, but I don't know their significance. I mean, I don't know the significance of that puzzle per se. They're spinning globes, places, more than just the observatory. There are some other places. I thought I had been writing down all the places. I'll need to add all that. But anyway, there's like at least 2 other rooms that have spinning globes there that I've come across. Anyway, Sundial in the Orchard. I don't know what it's for. There's a note in the Black Bridge. It's like this. In the locker room makes me think. There's a note in the locker room which makes me think that it's something like supposed to be interpreted like this ish, like the one of these eyes is a 6 and maybe the other one is a 5, right, or a 9 or an 8 even, right? But if it's yeah, and then the O's could be for like 4 or 2, right? I think that's it. Like 4 O's could be 4 and 2, but that might end up being something. There are some areas we have yet to be able to get into. Oh, I need to add to this the basement door, bottom of drained fountain. We encountered that previous day 28. We drained the fountain, went out there and discovered, oh, there's a stairwell that goes down, and then it leads to a locked basement door. So we need a basement door key, which we think we can get from the antechamber if we can get back there. A bunch of just, random collated notes of stuff. Classroom puzzle information. But mainly just wanted to share some of my thoughts from my notes and what I'm going off of, right? I know at some point I need to get the freezer and the furnace near each other, because then that will melt stuff in the freezer that's important to get to, like a letter and a special key and so forth. I honestly forget where this is from. This little poem. I do forget where I got this poem. Oh, dark days are coming forth. This is spelled incorrectly. This is spelled like 4 as opposed to FORTH for coming forth. So that might be significant. Forth. A of winds, moon, a days. No, that doesn't make sense. T D T R E. Let me try this real quick. I'm going to try to take every 4th letter out of here and see if that does something. Okay. T R. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be doing a thing. Um, hmm. I'll have to come back to this so we're not holding up our our actual playing of day 29, right? Um, but that's something else I'm gonna have to, and then I have to really go through all of these book pages and really scour them. This is the one that I've re-requested this book for a second time from the library. It's a new clue that I bought because I need to hit it with a magnifying glass so I can see what like this is saying and these are saying with the magnifying glass, like here and here, potentially here, but also there's like keep left, there's arrow. This draft, the sixes, could be shifted extras, but it's also the fixed stars. This turns into the fixed stars. Here's a turn sign, right? Here's an arrow to tenor fork. This is another one that I need the magnifying glass right here, and it's showing the white king here, which is significant. From our notes, we've got the white king in the office. This is where we saw the white king. Need magnifying glass over here, like over here and here, maybe, right? So those are just some things. Now I'm going to move this back over to my other monitor and start the game, and we'll get going on day 29. If I am dragging this out, like if you guys solve this entire game by like day 25 and you're just like frustrated with how little progress I am making day to day in this game, then you've already probably abandoned watching me play this, in which case, you're not hearing me say any of that. So I'm talking to the very few people who are sticking around, watching me be a dunce, right? And probably maybe you're laughing at how thick and slow and clueless and inefficient and stupid I am being, and that's fine. You're entitled to that enjoyment. You're entitled to enjoy being smarter than I am. I have had numerous days that weren't very productive, and I've got lots of clues that I don't really have great, progress on. Puzzles that I don't have great progress on at the moment. I pick up. We're getting extra 20 feet from the sauna. We drafted the sauna and ended the day in the sauna yesterday. We're also going to pick up an allowance of 5 coin. And now we're going to go choose our outbuilding for the day. Okay. The fountain remains drained, which is good, so I don't have to keep redraining that, right? Now the coins are all gone. What I should not have done, there was like a bunch of coins here from when I'd made, wishing well wishes every day up until I drained it, and then I picked up all those coins, and then I didn't spend them, and now they're gone, right? They're lost because they weren't spent on anything yesterday or day 28. So what I should have done is after I drained this and I saw those coins is just leave those coins there until like today when I could actually like use them to spend on something. So I just wasted that opportunity. I wasted the opportunity of all those stored coins. Just another little inefficiency of mine. A little short-sighted decision. I was like, oh yeah, look, coins, I'll pick them up. I'm just so used to picking up coins because in the mansion, there's no reason not to pick up the coins because they won't carry over from day to day. They'll reset or whatever. But the fountain is exterior, and I should have remembered that if I don't pick them up, they will just stay there for the future. But c'est la vie. Okay, so protection from red rooms. Negative effects of red rooms. And it probably has a gem. This would give us more dig spots, but in the trading post, we could trade up items for better items once we get items. But let's do the shelter because red rooms come up and they generally will like cost us a bunch of feet and stuffs. And like, especially like the weight room, half your feet or something like that. We don't want to have to be scared of red rooms, right? Plus, this is the same letter we've seen before from Courtney. Plus, what we can do is we can start today's lab experiment right from this terminal. Radiation monitor. So these readings are often spiked by the experiments conducted in Mount Holly's laboratory. Okay. So what that's saying is if we do more lab hits in a day, we trigger the lab more often, then that might increase the radiation, which could then unlock all the doors. So right now, we haven't done any lab experiment, and it's 0.12. It's 0.12. We need it to be 12, so we need to be 100 times greater, right? Yeah. Yeah, 100 times greater. So let's go ahead and log in and start a lab experiment. Before we even get into the house. Oh, I'll be back in a moment. I'm hearing thunder like it's gonna storm, and my dog is outside, so I'm gonna bring her back inside. I'm back. Hello. Okay. We will set up the experiment. Okay. Each time you unlock or bypass a security door. Each time you eat an apple. Drawing room. Well, I could run into multiple apples during the day. I don't know if I'm going to have the opportunity to unlock or bypass any security doors. So we're going to say each time we eat an apple. Now I could set my steps to 40, but that could actually reduce my steps. But what I can do is just choose to not eat the apple if it's not going to benefit me. But then I'm not triggering the experiment, and therefore I wouldn't be raising the temperature. I could set my dice to 2. I add 3 aquariums to today's draft pool. I don't necessarily want to add a bunch of aquariums. Yeah, we'll set the dice, reroll dice to 2. That's something that could be beneficial, and I might be able to do multiple times in a day. Alrighty, let's get going. We will start with a parlor, or do we want a key or do we want more gems? We want more gems, I think. Early on, we want more gems because we want to be able to enter special rooms. Always likely to come up again. We'll need keys as we get, further up, right? Tier-wise. But gems we kind of always need. The white box is true. That could be true or false. The gems are in this box. That could be true or false. But if that's true, then that's true. The gems are not in this box. Well, that could be true. Problem is all 3 of these sound like they could be true, but we know at least one has to be false, right? So let's consider the ramifications of one of these being false. If this is false, then this is false. Then this would have to be true. And that would mean that the gems are in the black box because we already said that this is false, so therefore this would have to be where the gems are, right? Now, if this is false, then this is false, this is true, gems are here. If this is false, the gems are not in this box, then the gems are in this box. But if this is false and the gems are in this box, then this would be false. And this would also be false, and therefore all 3 would be false. Therefore, the blue box can't be false, because that would make all 3 boxes false. And we know from the rules of the game, rules of the parlor, that at least one box has to be true. So this can't be false. So this has to be true. So if this is true, then one of these has to be false. But if this one is false, or this one is false, then both the white box and the statement on the white box and the statement on the black box are therefore both false, because they are equivalent statements. They're equivalently true or false. So therefore they both have to be false. So because this is true and this is false, the gems have to be in the black box. Boom, boom. Alrighty. We do want a reading nook. Do we want it right now, or do we want to go this way? You don't have any keys at the moment. But I do kind of want to go this way. So I'm going to do bedroom and hope that the reading nook comes back around again. So this, because of the 2 steps that it gives us, is basically doesn't cost us steps to walk through. I was hoping to get an extra little item. Oh, there we go. A reroll die. Little extra little item. Now, West Wing Hall is nice. Utility closet, very useful. Commissary, conditionally useful. But let's do a West Wing Hall, and then assume that some of those other rooms are going to be available again, which could be a bad assumption. All right, so this is a dead end regardless. So we could get a key, a gem, and 10 coin. We could get 4 coin and potentially an apple. We could get a nurse's station, which doesn't really excite me. Yeah, because, yeah, it doesn't. So let's do the storeroom. It kind of gives us the most bang for our buck, other than it probably won't give us an apple that we might have found in the pantry. But we might get the pantry again as a choice later. And this is always a dead end room, regardless. So might as well put it in a dead end space, right? Rather than waste a pantry that's an elbow room. Okay. So then. All right, so we could get another gem. The chapel wouldn't cost us a coin because we did the shelter, so we'd be safe from the effect of the chapel. But there's no advantage to the chapel over the den that I'm aware of, other than the chapel has stained glass window puzzle stuff to solve. Whereas the den just straight up goes to the same place as door-wise and gives us a gem. Now the drawing room, you may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. It would cost us a gem. It gives us basically free re-rolls here and here. But I don't think that that's necessarily worth it. Honestly. Yeah, let's just do the den. Might be short-sighted, but, you know, pick up another gem. Kind of low on keys at the moment. If I see a locksmith, I should seriously consider it, especially after I've had numerous days where I've run out of keys before I've run out of doors, right? Okay, so before we go up here, let's try to go this way over here. We're good on steps for the moment, so. Okay, the hallway, I would like it to be rotated around. It would give us a key, lets us go up here, doesn't let us go this way, but we've got the entrance hall, which lets us get over here, so that's not the worst thing in the world. Chapel goes the same places, but again, chapel has no benefit over the hallway. Now the utility closet, this is why we would consider the utility closet, because we could turn off power to the access doors and then hope to get a security room where we could change the behavior of security doors, right, that are depowered, right? I think I am going to do the utility closet for that very reason. I mean, yeah, I'd like another key, you know, in another doorway, but we've been burned by those access cards, and security room does seem to come up in most days, so there's no point to turn the gymnasium off, but we're going to do it anyway. I still don't know what to do about this cabinet. There's no switch to put here at the moment. All right. So the garage gives us 3 keys. It does kind of dead end us, but we turned on power to the garage, so then we could go outside if we wanted to and explore, you know, another path. So I'm tempted to do it. I mean, it gives 3 keys. This gives 4 coins and goes this way. So it's either, I mean, storeroom, no, but pantry or garage. I've got enough steps to get around, so if I can get through here, I can get back over to here, because I've got a lot of steps today. So, well, I've still got these 2 doorways. I'm a little more okay to do this, especially for the 3 keys. Yeah, it's hard to pass up the 3 keys. All right. Now, we don't have the car key, so we can't open this at the moment. But we've already retrieved an upgrade disc or something out of there. Seen that note. Don't think there's anything else here. Sometimes there's an extra item here, like a sledgehammer or something. I'm not seeing it this time. Now, we did receive a fortune a couple game days back that said that there was a unlocked gate that we didn't go through. So we know that now that we can get out here, that path will be connected. But if we go this way, this is how we get to this gate. Can we open this gate? See, it doesn't look like we can, even though the fortune, you know, thing said we could. But I just wanted to double check that I wasn't crazy. Yeah, I'm not seeing a way to open this. It said the gate was unlocked, but that I didn't go through it. Or unlatched. An unlatched gate. You know, pictured this kind of gate, right? But I'm calling that fortune teller a liar at the moment, maybe for the future. Okay, but that's cool. So we've got 3 keys, but that does mean that we need to go back and build out from here. So I'll try to build up here to the foundation, and we can come up the top of the foundation to like fill in this area here. Again, I'm playing a little fast and loose with the fact that I've got extra steps today. And we don't have the hovel, so we're spending gems, but not extra steps on special rooms. When we had the hovel, we were having to be a lot more judicious on how we spent our steps. All right. We like the reading nook. We like the hallway. Both of these would give a key. Both of them basically opens a door here. So the reading nook would be better because reading nook would also give me library. Closet gives 2 items. It does dead end. I will take the reading nook with the key. It doesn't connect me up to here, but I still have the opportunity to come in over here this way or come here this way. So reading nook is not bad. We passed on it a little bit ago because we were hoping it would come up again. It did come up again, so we're not gonna, I don't want to just keep trying my luck on that. So we like the library, but it is going to turn us down here, but we might not get the library otherwise. But that means that I have to go, if I do that, shoot, I might have to pass on the library. The reason being is because if I do the library, then I've only got 1 space, and it has to be, this room has to like go over here and then come all the way back up again. Or else it's a very short day. So. In order to not box myself in, I will do the hallway. I might regret it if I don't get the opportunity at the library again, but you know. Gymnasium won't cost us extra steps because, well, we turned on power to the, we turned off the power to the gymnasium for 1 in the utility closet. Also, we are protected from the effects of the first 3 red rooms, so double reasons. Basically, the east wing and the gymnasium go to the same places. Gymnasium might have running shoes or something in it, though. Quest bedroom plus 10 feet. If you enter an antechamber today, add 2 to your allowance. We really want to enter the antechamber today. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this one and really hope I ain't hosed here. I mean, I realize I'm taking a real chance on that. Okay. So then I need this to be a good choice of rooms. Kitchen's not bad. It gets me over to here. Secret passage costs a gem, but I have some gems right now. And it lets me pick the color room I want, which is better than the spare room. So let's do the secret passage. But I'm not going to go through it at the moment. I'm not going to enter it just yet. Reason being is that I want to explore this out first. You know, just get over here, probably dead end, get some more resources. Then I will come up here and make a choice. We have 6 keys. We have 5 gems. That's a decently strong position to be in. We don't have an access card. We've turned off power to the access card doors. If we can get a security room and we can make those access card doors unlocked and more prevalent, then we'll be, you know, in really good shape. Okay, this would dead end give me 2 items. Corridor does nothing for me but let me get over here, which then would be a dead end room, right? So we're going to dead end in this corner regardless. It just depends what the 2 items would be. I'm going to corridor. I might be passing on 2 good items, to be honest. But I'm going to corridor because basically it's the same as doing a redraw without spending a redraw die. Because it's like I could dead end here, I could dead end here, right? I'm going to dead end here or here. So this is, doing a corridor is just basically redrawing what this would be. It'd be like doing a redraw, but I don't have to spend the redraw die. It's equivalent. If you follow that logic. So I'm going to dead end, but it's going to be a different choice of dead end rooms. Okay, so boudoir gives us the safe, and we could try, you know, various combos on the safe, or we could do the pantry and get 4 coins and potentially eat an apple. I'm going to do the pantry. I don't know that I've collected a lot of dates, but I don't know that any of them have really stood out to be the date for the boudoir safe, other than maybe 1952, right? But I don't want to. Every time I do the boudoir and then try some dates on the safe, none of them work, and then I feel like I wasted that, you know. I can collect some more information before I. So, anyway, the deal with the apple is it sets my reroll die to 2. So we'll do that. Triggered these experiments, sets my reroll die to 2. And I get 4 coin. Nice. Right. Okay. So now I will go over here and I will pick room and hope that I don't dead end. But because I can pick, I should be able to pick wisely so that I don't dead end. Now I could just straight up pick a hall, right? I could pick hallway, orange. Or I could pick red. Most red rooms are going to give me, because I am safe from the effects. So it could be like archives with 4 entries. It could be weight room with 4 entries, dark room with 3, chapel with 3, gymnasium with 3, right? But if it just gives me like this or this, that'd be kind of, you know, sucky, right? green rooms have a similar issue. I mean, it's great if I get a secret garden, right? But it's not likely to give me a secret garden without a secret garden key. Secret garden is only good because it might open the thing. But what we really need to do is do a hallway and hope for the Great Hall, because look where we are. We're on this side. So if we can open up this door and get all the way up here and go in the antechamber this way, right? We will fulfill the quest bedroom. We'll get +2 to our allowance going forward for that. Plus we can get what we really want from the antechamber is a basement key that we can then use at the door at the bottom of the fountain. So the room that has the lever to open this doorway is the Great Hall, which is an orange room, which also has the benefit of having other doors. And we got a lot of keys right now, so that's good. So let's try for that, right? Let's try for that. Because if I pick green, if it doesn't give me a choice of secret garden, what are the chances I'm going to get a secret garden to come up through this side, right? What are those chances? So it makes the most sense to do, and hope we get a Great Hall as a choice. We did get Great Hall as a choice. Ooh, hallway doors are always unlocked. That would be great if we got the Great Hall after we got the foyer. But if we do the foyer right now, we won't connect up to the foundation necessarily. I mean, this is not a consideration really, but we don't know that we're going to get choice of Great Hall again, right? So we got to take it while it's available. It's just, this is really nice. I'd like to be able to guarantee that if I took this now, I'd have this later. I'd like to be able to guarantee that order, but I can't guarantee that. So we'll do it this way. So we're going to go for here. Oh, it gives us 2 keys. Okay, so we netted a key out of that. That's good. Then I'm going to go for here. This is a waste. Okay. Then I will go for here. Okay, that's a gem and the lever that I'm looking for. Nice. Okay. Good. So what we've done is we've unlocked this door. So if we can get up here and go this way, we could get in the antechamber that way. Now, I could unlock this door here, and that would be fine. But if I unlock this door here, it goes to the foundation, which lets me get over here and over here. So I think that's the better use of the next key. So let me get oriented around. Yes. I've unlocked this door, and this isn't the one that went there. I've unlocked this door, and it's not the one that went there. So this must be the door that goes to the foundation. And lo and behold, it is. By process of elimination. Okay. So then we don't have a shovel. But what we can do is we can figure out what this room is, right? So that we, you know, don't miss the opportunity to populate this room and get whatever benefit it might have. Now, a showroom at this point in time, it's 2 gemstone, but the thing is it has some nice items. I don't have enough coin at the moment, but we can try to get more coin. So given that I have 6 gems at the moment, I'm going to chance it. It might be a mistake, but I'm going to chance it. And go showroom. So we need to figure out what the showroom is selling today. Okay. It is selling. Moon pendant, which we really want. We do want that moon pendant. The reason why we want the moon pendant is that if you call a day while wearing the moon pendant, you will start tomorrow with 2 of the items in your inventory. Nice. I don't know if we get to pick them or if it's random. Then we have there's the ornate compass. You may rotate for, yeah. So, I mean, that's nice, but not as nice as the pendant, at least initially. Chronograph. I haven't seen this one before. The last time I was here in the showroom. While drafting, you may rewind time after drawing new floor plans. You are more likely to draw clock tomorrow rooms while drafting. Okay. You may rewind time after drawing new floor plans. I don't know what that means, but okay. I'm going to write that down while drafting. And rewind time after drawing new. Maybe it means after using like a reroll die, you can go backwards and go, oh, my first choices were better. Also, more likely to draw clock tomorrow rooms while drafting. That's a lot to write down, but it's the first time I've come across the chronograph, so I'm just silver spoon, yeah, nice, but not what we need. We really need that moon pendant. And we're close. We just need 1 more coin to afford the moon pendant, right? So if we could get a shovel and we could dig up, if we could get a shovel for free, for instance, and we could dig up even 1 more coin, we could come back here and get that moon pendant, right? And then keep the shovel, right? Now, we've got shovel in the coat, and like we've checked the shovel, so if we could you know, get that room back, you know, the coat check room. But anyway, so we might have the opportunity to get a moon pendant today if we can get some more coin. But at present, what we're going to do is we're going to, we still have 4 keys and 4 gems. Not terrible. We will use a key here. Okay, so this is what we were saying. So the code check room will give us the shovel. Now, it's not letting me get over here. But with the keys I have, I might be able to proceed this way. But I'm going to do, for the sake of expanding my doorways, I'm going to probably do the dining room instead. I mean, do I want the shovel? Sure. But it might just be garbage when I dig up the foundation. There might not be a coin to be had there, you know. So let's do the dining room, only because what the dining room is letting us do is just give us more doorways. Oh, we get a coupon book. Ooh, save 1 coin on each person made in the estate. That is worth a coin. Okay, so here's the deal. So before we do anything else, let's come down here and get that moon pendant while we can. Because with the coupon book, we should be able to afford the moon pendant, which I really want. Okay, so we bought the moon pendant. Don't know if we're going to get to keep that moon pendant or if we have to buy it every day, every day we want to use it. But we're going to find out, right? Because see, this and this are my 2 items. So do I get to keep this and 1 other item, or do you know? That's the question, right? But at any rate, okay, we bought a moon pendant, which I really wanted to do, and we did it. So now, go back to our dining room. It's not dinner time yet, but we're trying to get up here, so you know. That may come into play later. I don't think there's anything else to be picked up here. No, there is not. So I want to go this way. So, but before I go this way, let's see if I can pick up stuff going this way and like wind around, zigzag back and forth. Because if I just try to go straight, there's not a whole lot of like straight pieces. There's more elbow pieces, right? So if we elbow ourselves back and forth, maybe that's how we get up there. All right, so I don't want to spend gems, I don't want to spend my redraw. We'll just do spare room. Okay, laboratory is 1 gem, and we've already started our lab experiment. So the only thing we could really do at the laboratory is log into the shelter and see what our radiation level is like. But we could do that from the security room. I'm still hoping to draft the security room at some point. So I think we're just going to give up on this direction over here today and just do the closet and take our 2 items rather than spend any gem. I could spend a gem and get whatever the observatory is giving us. Granted. But I'll just take these 2 items without spending a gem. Sledgehammer. Nice. And a gem. Okay. So keys might become our limiting, point again. So we're going to come back around this way and we're going to go to here, right? We could do these rooms over here from the Great Hall, but that involves, spending keys, and it's uncertain how many keys because we would have to trial and error which room to open up to get to the doorway. So it's just better to like go here and maybe come over here and maybe go down this way, but not go back through the Great Hall if we can help it. Key, sure. Because the Great Hall was going to be a key. So, drawing room. Neither of these are letting us go up. This dead ends us. That's not what we want. Neither of these are letting us go up. I could redraw right now. Not letting us go up. Not letting us go up. Can redraw while here. So from here, if I do the drawing room, then in theory, I should redraw this room or have a free redraw in this room and make sure that this room goes up. I have to spend a gem one way or the other here, so unless I, spend a reroll to redraw. We'll just do this. Might be a waste of a gem when I could have used a reroll die. But is what it is. Okay, library, but it points down. We can't take anything pointing down. We need to point up. That does not point up. Boudoir points up. Gymnasium points up. Gymnasium points up and down. Boudoir points only up. So, because we do not suffer a penalty for the gymnasium, I know the boudoir has the safe that we could try. You know what? I think I will just go ahead and do the boudoir, and we can try some safe combos. Okay. Just don't be an access card door. Okay, not an access card door. Thankful. I've got 2 keys at the moment. So even if it's locked, I've got 2 keys at the moment. Okay. Is there anything to pick up here? Not that I see. Let's try some dates. Okay, what are some other dates I can try? I really hoped that 1952 was going to do it because that was the in eclipse ball of Clara and Simon. And so, assuming that Clara is related to the boudoir, I was hoping that I've already tried 1951 and 1972. I'll try them again, though. So clear. 51. What are some other dates I have yet to try? There's 1961. That's when Clara Epson checked out the fixed stars. It was 1/9/1961. There's also, I could do it 01/09 because it was January 9th. Okay, clear. 1905. Okay. Okay, just give me a moment. I'm looking at other dates. So 1979. Okay. 1809. Have I tried 1809 already? Maybe I have. Okay. All right. 1988 is when Mara Jones published a new clue. Or, yeah. So, or Marion Marigold, right? I don't know that I typed that correct. I'm going to try it again. All right, what else could I try? This is why I didn't want to do the boudoir earlier, because I didn't think I was going to get the right date here. Could try 1984. I'm like trying dates that I'm encountering in screenshots from newspaper clippings, and I mean, I don't know their significant dates, but I don't know what is the significant date, right? I just think that it's a date. So I'm trying all dates that I've come across, which is really annoying for you all watching me spending so much time doing this. Alrighty. I think I'm gonna have to give this up, or give up the safe, for now, because again, well, nothing I am trying is working. Okay. All right. So we gave that a shot. Run out of keys. We're going to do the chapel because it gets us up and over, and it's not going to cost us anything to do. We're just going to run into an issue with keys again. Is the problem. I'm running out of keys. Commissary might let me buy key. Well, I don't have any money. So commissary doesn't help if I have no money and I don't have a way to get money. Clock tower dead ends me. Dark room, I could go to utility closet, turn the lights back on if necessary. I've got 55 steps. It takes a bit to get back to the utility closet. But I don't want to spend a gem on this. Yeah, I don't want a dead end, so. Oh, I forgot. We don't have to turn the power back on because we're safe from the ill effects. Yeah, because we have the access card. That's nice. Now, well, we turned off power to the access card things. So if we run into an access door, we have to go turn the power back on. All right. We want to get over here. Gymnasium is fine. Just make sure there's nothing else here to pick up. I don't think so. We've looked at these photos like millions of times. I don't think there's any more dates or clues to be had. I don't see running shoes or anything to pick up here. Okay. But we need more keys. Corridor lets us go up over here. Courtyard, I mean. That costs a gem. Commissary lets us go up. That costs a gem, but doesn't let us go over here. Workshop just lets us go straight through, so then we're kind of reliant. Then we're just really relying upon this room coming up over here. We're swinging back around. So let's do the courtyard. I'm going to run out of keys. I can feel it. Oh, wait a minute. We have a sledgehammer, right? Give me a key. Keys. Thank you. Ah. All right. So 3 keys, 3 gems. I don't have a shovel, but that's okay at the moment. So we'll go over here. We haven't gotten here yet, so we can't do dining room yet, but we've got 52 feet, so we're not worried about that. Billiard room sends us down, lets us get either regular keys or special key or something. Right? Office sends us down. I can't see a reason not to do the billiard room. This might give us money, but it costs 2 gems, and I don't want to spend that many gems. So let's just do this. And we like the little math puzzles here. And they're fun. So let's do the fun math puzzle and get ourselves key. So 14. 1 plus 16 is 17. 17 minus 17 minus 13 and minus 2, so that's minus 15. So 17 minus 15 is 2. 17 minus 9 plus 6 is 15. 4 plus, 17 minus 5 is 12, minus 4 is 8, minus 6 is 2, right? Times 10 is 20. 20 times 20 divided by 20 is 20. 20 times 20 divided by 20 is 20. Unlocking a door leads to a room with many doors. That is useful. Especially when we get like right here and we need this to line up. We have one reroll die at the moment until we find another apple, right? I don't want to spend a key on this right now because I want to save my keys for this journey here. So we're going to leave that door unexplored for the moment. Okay. Security room. We actually want this. Because even though we have an access card, we turned off power so that dinner bell was telling us we could go back to the dining room and get more steps, but I don't have to do that right this second. So here's the deal. Ooh. Okay. So first of all, this is a door leading to here that we can't open. This won't be open, so that's fine. Or we understand that to be the case. But what we can do is go here and go to the keycard system. The keycard system is currently offline. Okay. You set the security level. We're going to set it high because we have an access card and we've turned off the power. And then we're going to set the offline mode to unlocked. So now we want to encounter access card doors. Return the security menu. Log into the network. Because what I want to do is I've triggered the experiment once, so I want to see what it did to the radiation levels. Can I check the I should be able to check the radiation levels from the shelter computer. Radiation monitor. .3. Okay. So, so they went from 0.12 to 3.3. So if we wanted to get to 12, where to unlock all doors, we'd have to trigger the lab experiment several more times, right? Kind of thing. Like maybe 3 more times, something like that. All right. We only have 2 gems. But we have a door here. We have a door here. We have 3 keys. We have a door here. I mean, we have 49 steps. We have a dinner we could eat. I am not going to get that shovel. Observatory for 1 gem lets me go up to here. And then I could do a redraw, right? we will do that because I have a reroll. So we're going to do this. And I will do the obligatory go upstairs and make sure there's nothing up there. There never is, but it's peace of mind. It's peace of mind to come up here and confirm that, oh, there's nothing up here. Same thing I do in the library, just confirm there's nothing upstairs. Peace of mind. Get our benefit for the day. We get another gem. Nice. Okay. So now, moment of truth. We've got to get the right room here. We're going to use a special key because that will give us a room with many doorways. Okay. The pool, the conference room doesn't cost a gem, leads to there. The pool costs a gem, leads to there. The pool would add the locker room, the pump, and the pump room, the sauna and pump room, okay? Now, the thing is, so either one of these would work. I'm not going to redraw. Either one of these would work. Okay? And I don't need the pump room today. I don't really need the locker room today. Sauna would be nice. But am I going to want those gems out? Am I going to want to use those 2 gems in some other way is the question, right? So let's not spend the gem on the pool right now. We'll just do the conference room and then we'll have 2 gems. So this, whoops. This is a door we can open, that's fine. But first, we made it into the antechamber, which will permanently increase our allowance by 2 coins. To continue up, you must go down. We've got the basement key, which we need to use for the well. We've got our allowance token, increases our allowance by 2. Yeah, because we did the quest, because we did quest bedroom over here. Sweet. So now we need to retrace our steps. We definitely need to save some steps for outside. But we've got 46 steps, so we should be able to, see what's up, around here and stuff, maybe, right? Okay, so freezer, commissary. Don't want to do the freezer because I might need gems and keys when I go down in the basement. Maid's chamber, not the end of the world. Commissary I don't have a use for. It would just be to avoid the maid chamber. Or I could do the redraw, right? I'm no longer protected from the maid chamber because that was only for the first shelter, is only for the first 3 red rooms, and this is the 4th. So this would be less likely to find items laying around in your house. Okay. still want to keep my gems, so. It says I'm sheltered from the mate's chamber. Okay, nice. I don't know why I'm sheltered. I thought it was just from the first 3 red rooms. But maybe because I turned off the power to the gymnasium, maybe it didn't count the gymnasium. Maybe. Who knows? No extra items here. Don't think there's significant clues here. I took this photo already. I don't know, maybe I need to look at that part right there with the magnifying glass. Maybe. I think I took this photo already, but I'm going to double check, because if I haven't, I'll just go ahead and grab it again. Or grab it if I haven't got it already. I'm not seeing it, so let's just go ahead and grab it. To add to our notes over here. All right. No. So I'm not going to use a key here. I think this required a key, but we'll check it on the way, because the thing is I can come back. I've got enough steps I can come back. I'll eat at the dining room as I go through, but I really want to save my keys, my gems, my reroll for the basement. So let's wind our way back to the basement now that, you know, it's not letting us proceed further without using a key. But hey, we got to the antechamber, we increased our allowance, we've got the basement key to use at the well. This is a good day, people. It's a good day. We could get a shovel, we could dig up stuff. And you know, we could use a key over here, but that's not a priority. So I'm just going to confirm if this is requires a key. Yeah, so we won't use it. I'll go back to the dark room. And from here, the chapel, which does not ding us for a coin. And the chapel also required a key, I believe. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, so what do I want? So chapel's going to let us go here without using a key. +1 key for each bedroom in your house, but it would cost a gem. I mean, it would give me a bunch of keys. Give me a bunch of keys, but it would cost a gem. So I'm gonna skip it. I think 3 keys is fine. I don't know that I want to go down from 2 gems to 1 gem, so I think 3 keys is fine. So I'm gonna skip it. I'm just gonna do the lavatory, which is just a dead end. I don't think there's anything in here. It didn't cost us anything other than it's just a straight up dead end with nothing no benefits, right? I think that's its whole red effect. It's just that it sucks. Okay, so enough of that. Oh, we want to go to the boudoir. From the boudoir, we'll go. I wish I could figure out the date to put in the safe. I really do. We'll go to the dining room. I mean, from here we could go straight to the Great Hall because it's opened up for us. But I'm going to go to the dining room and go ahead and eat the meal, right? Might as well. No reason not to. Have dinner. Plus 10 if we have the trophy room. We have the showroom. We don't have the trophy room, so. All right, we have a bunch of, so we have a lot of steps. Here's the deal. I can go out the entrance hall to the fountain. I could also go from the garage out to the fountain, which is closer. From here, go go down here to here to here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, the entrance hall is definitely closer than the garage. The garage is like, yeah. No question about that. Okay. So then we need to go to the Great Hall. We could spend keys on those doors, but we don't want to at the moment. We are saving our keys for the moment. We have plenty of extra steps, so we can come back to the house. That's fine. Yeah, I'm going straight down to the hallway and then to the reading nook. And so we passed on the library today, but all in all, I think we got the hallway, which gave us the quest bedroom, so I think that was a good trade-off for the increased allowance. We can do the library tomorrow. Because we also didn't get a magnifying glass today, so don't want to do the library without the magnifying glass, because the book I'm trying to read, I want to read with a magnifying glass. So literally, if I draft the library, it's going to give me the book, but if I don't get a magnifying glass in the same day, then I have to wait for the library again to re-request that same book again and hope. Yeah, so I want to have the magnifying glass in my possession, ideally before I draft the library, if at all possible. Sometimes you don't have control over the order in which, your opportunities present themselves, but this is exciting. We're going to go down the fountain. We have a basement key. And if it's like the other basement key, once we unlock this, then it will remain unlocked. And we'll just keep this drained, and we'll have this other access, like permanent access down to lower levels. Special key, basement key. Yes, please. Thank you. Ooh, exciting. Get to do stuff. What's going on here? Ooh. Wait a minute. This brings us down to the reservoir. Oh, the same as if we came from here. No, this is a completely different area. This is more powerful than I thought it was. Okay, this is taking me... Oh, because the other is that side of the reservoir, and I'm on this side of the reservoir now. Oh, awesome. So this is a completely different basement area on the other side of the reservoir. I think we were over there. Yeah, and now we're over here. Oh, this is exciting, guys. This is exciting. This is new shit to explore. Awesome. I'm glad I didn't just turn around and go back upstairs and go, oh, well, another way to get to the same area we've already explored. No, this is new. I'm going to come back here, but I'm going to check out this. I've got 50 steps. I'm good. On steps. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is the other side of the minecart, right? Ooh, so we can get... Okay, but then that blocks us, so we don't want to do that just at the moment. So we want to push this all the way over here, then maybe do something here, and then maybe... Oh. Okay. Yeah. So what we need to do... This is cool. So what we need to do... We've got 50 steps. We're good. So what we need to do is, see, this can now rotate around to here, right? So, this can rotate around to here. And we couldn't get to here to get on it, but now we can. So what we need to do is just pull this minecart out of the way. So we're going to pull... we can't push it forward, but we can pull this back so that we can get to it from the other side. Yeah. Oh, this is going to be cool. Okay. So now that's not blocked off. We just get to it from the other side. Okay, cool. Now, so it makes the rotating gear thing more useful. We're making progress. We're doing stuff. An upgrade disk that we can use at at multiple computers. We could use it at the shelter even without going back in the house. And then this is a missing piece of the map. Ah. So let's grab the photo of this. Missing piece of the basement map, and we're going to put this over on our notes near... Or... Not a missing piece. Okay. We have a full basement map, but this is the same map again, but with some, other little piece of information here, right? And 10 is buried floor plan. Wherever 10 is. You can just barely faintly see it. That's cool. Okay. So then. Something jewel points, something dreams, right? Okay. Cool beans. Now we've got this, and I'm going to take a picture of this because it's going to be some sort of puzzle. Okay. And then we know this is the symbol for Arendia, right? And then, so this is where we need the rune, whatever, because this is this is from the Roman runes. This is saying something, right? This is saying something. We have to decode with the Roman rune book, but we've captured the image. Okay. I don't think there's anything to interact with here necessarily. Nothing's clickable, but it's puzzle information. It's information. This is cool, guys. We're making progress. We're like doing things. Okay. So then, we can't drain we haven't figured out how to drain the reservoir just yet. I mean, we haven't figured out how to, we know it's the pump room and all that. We don't know how to get the other tank online. But what we can do from here, oh, and there's some other, like, there was some other doorway we saw that we couldn't get through. But this will remain open. Fine. Okay. So now we could reflood this. Like we could pump water to the fountain, right? And here's the thing. That door is open. So that water, because that door is open, I don't think it closes. I don't think that door closes ever. But maybe the water will maybe the fountain will spill out and do stuff like maybe more water will go into the fountain. No, because the water drains here. Okay, so well, regardless, it's possible that we could put more water in the fountain than we could before because the door is open, so the water has more places to go. That's the thought. Sorry, I'm just kind of excited by this progress. Okay, and we still got 48 steps. That's cool. Okay, so now what we can do is we've got an upgrade disk that we can use. I don't necessarily want to go all the way back to the security chamber. I mean, I might, but right now I think I'm just going to hike over to the shelter to use the upgrade disk. Okay. So, and then we could go back in the house over there that way if we wanted. Okay, like come in over here if we wanted, right? I don't know that there's a benefit, but other things we can do. Is we are going to go, we have the access card, so we're going to call the elevator if we can. Oh, this is not, it's not going to let us use the upgrade disk? Oh, I meant, I didn't, I meant to do, yeah, insert upgrade disk. Okay. Spare bedroom. So it counts, the spare room would count as a bedroom. Spare green room, so it would count as a green room. Spare hall, so it would count as a hall. It doesn't say, none of these say it would cost a gem to draft it, right? But that's the fear, is if it's a green room, it might cost a gem to draft. Spare hall isn't much of an upgrade, honestly. Spare bedroom, like effects that, like, you know, for bedrooms you enter, and sometimes there's items in bedrooms and stuff. We'll do a spare bedroom. Yes. Okay. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to log into, I want to remote into the, oh, no, I don't, no, never mind. I was going to turn on, I was going to do a stupid thing. I can't turn on the power to the access card. So this is pointless. I don't need to do anything here. Well, I could check for items. That's what I could do here. All right, that lets me check for items I've missed in the house. Might as well. For some reason, I was thinking I could turn the power back on to the key card system because of an access card, but I don't really need to do that, nor can I do that, because I'd have to turn the power on from the utility closet, which, okay. So I haven't missed anything. Okay, fine. Good. Okay. Good day. This is a good day. This is shaping up. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to go, we've got the other exterior basement access, right? So we're going to do that rather than like try to go all the way back around to the foundation and go down. We're not going to do any of that. What we're going to do is we're just going to go over here and get in this way, right? And then what this will let us do is we should be able to play more with the giant gear room. First of all, let's see if we can call the elevator. Just curiosity. Power's off. Can I summon elevator? Yes, I can summon the elevator. Okay, so the elevator is summoned. I don't need it at the moment, but nice. Okay, cool. So I can go back upstairs if and when I want to. And bring me back right up to the foundation, right in the middle of where places I'd need to go, right? Like doorways over here, doorway over here via key, because we've got 2 gems and 3 keys still, so. And a reroll die and stuff, so we've got places we could go up here. But first we're going to do some stuff down here. Because see, now that the minecart is gone, no, sorry. Now that the minecart is gone, see, we can go over here, right? I'm maybe wasting steps to show that off, but the point being is now okay, so I want to move this to there, I think. Okay. And that would let me go to this alcove that I don't think I've been to before. It's letting us go places we haven't been. Yeah. So now I go over here. Oh, have I done this? Oh, no, okay. So now from here, I can go over here, and I haven't been here, right? This is new. Oh, guys, this is super exciting. New places. Okay, that opens that door. That's room 46 right there. So what do these do? The inner sanctum. Okay, so now, wait a minute. So I've opened this and it leads to room 46. Do I need a special key for room 46? I have regular keys. I haven't, well, it doesn't look like a key card door. I can get up here. I've got enough steps. But don't I have to drain reservoir and do other things? What's this do? Lets me go other places? Foreman's Log 608, date 5/3/1918. After almost 3 years on the tunnels, SNR has informed me that we will be closing up the site in June. It's been a somewhat bittersweet experience working on such a historically significant excavation over the past 30-odd months, yet being unable to share any of that work with the world, maybe one day. Still, there is a significant amount of work that has yet to be done, and it's vitally important that we conclude our efforts in the main cavern and reinforce the structural integrity of the site before we seal the tunnels next month. It may be many generations before they are reopened. So let's grab a screenshot of this. We'll add that to our other Foreman log screenshots. Okay. Oh, so now we just have access from here. So then so I need to shift this around again. Ah. I'm getting lost in the maze of the tunnels, but it's fine. I'll find my way. Okay. So now oh no, I want to go this way and get over to the other. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Go over here. And then from here, move this. Like, okay. So what? Okay, so a thing to do is from here, position this to maybe here. From here, position it to here. Because I think from here, from the tunnel that leads to here, I can get over to here now. Maybe. I think was what was going on. Yeah, okay. So we just move this. Okay. That would take me from here to here, but I've already been there. So let's move it around again. Oh, guys, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is so cool. Okay. So then that would take us from here to there, and I don't know that we've been there. Maybe we have. Maybe that's that same place again, but we're going to try it. We're going to just see if it's any different. Okay, so we go over here. Okay. So yeah, so we've been here. Okay, so that's not new. But that's not new. So move it around again and move back the way we had it. Yeah, okay. So then we can come over here. Go here. See, in this, right? That doesn't connect, but that's fine because what will connect is this connects now to here. And we've been down here. Right? Yeah, we were down here. Right, this is the same one we went down. I'm gonna double check this. Yeah. We were here. This goes to the inner sanctum. I'm just double checking. Yes, this is the inner sanctum, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we've been there. Okay. So, it lets us, what's this enable us to do? Well, there's the one that raises. Oh, if we raise, it might give different options. Raise or lower, right? Might give different options now. So, okay, so we go over here. No, I need to get to the one that will raise or lower, right? That's the one I need to get to. So, this one goes here. No, this isn't what I want. No. Okay. All right, so we go Okay. There's the one that raises or lowers. Let's see if that's any different now that... I think we're going to have to drain the reservoir to use the ones that lower or that raises. But I want to, you know, I want to try it or whatever. Okay, so yeah, so I can't get from here to anywhere. I need another raised lower one. Is there another one of these that does the whole raise lower thing? That's the question. So we can operate this. So we need to operate that one, and yeah, see, there's also the whole raising. I mean, I was like, when we raise it, like puts these platforms here, but it also puts these platforms up here, which is potentially significant, right? I'm not done checking combinations. I'm sorry. Bear with me. That lets me go there, but that's not the raised lower one, right? It's another spinner one? And that's just taking me over here. So now if I put this one over there, what will that do for me? I think I've already done it, but I'm going to try it again. Regardless of what I do or do not achieve today in this day 29 going forward, it's already been a super success. Okay, so now if I raise this, I can get somewhere. Yes, that's what I wanted. Then, see, I knew it in my bones that I hadn't tried every combination. Now, we can spin this around, and this will take us here. And see, the thing is from here, we can now spin this to get us here to here. But let's see what happens if we spin it around more. Okay, that would get us, this gets us from here to here, which is not new. That's not new, so that's not what we want. But we spin it one more time. That would get us from there to there. That's potentially new. From here to here. No, that's just that's undoing the progress we already did. So what we want to do is we go here. And so we want to put this one there and try this one there. So we want to try those combinations. Well, that to there is useless. So now we're going to try the other one. Does that get us anywhere new? Okay, no, it gets us to here, which is not new. But that's fine. So it might be more about what it's doing up top. Right? I think we've done all the combinations that we can do down here. I think. Yeah, okay. Okay, no, it's fine. Because what we're going to do is we've opened this leads to room 46. So we're going to travel the elevator up is what we're going to do. Right? And we're going to go see if we can get in room 46. Exciting times. To go up, we need to go down. So from here, I've got 27 steps. We're going to go dining room, drawing room, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So I could do dining room or Great Hall. I might as well do Great Hall. No, I don't want to go bottom. I want to go security. Again, I could use keys on rooms, but I want to save my keys just in cases. People, I can't believe we made it to room 46 today.
There was once a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. He didn't see the birds or the changing of the leaves, and he never saw the sights of life's many symphonies. He couldn't see beyond the red shade, he was aware. He never caught a glimpse of the world I had to share. But one day the prince saw something new. And if you look closely, you might see it too. The skies parted and the clouds withdrew. The prince had a new favorite color. The color blue.
Oh shit. Seriously? There was all kinds of puzzles I didn't solve. I mean, shit tons of puzzles I haven't solved. I mean, excuse my language, but WTF? It can't be over. I need to solve the other puzzles. How do I solve the other puzzles? Do I have to restart the whole game? I mean, I never got into any of the safes. I didn't get in any... So many puzzles I didn't solve. People, so many puzzles I haven't solved. So many puzzles I haven't solved. What's it gonna do to me? It's giving me credits. Is it not gonna let me play anymore? Is it not gonna let me work on these puzzles anymore? People, I'm not ready for this to be done. It can't be that easy. It can't be just get to room 46 and it's done. I needed to find Marion Marigold. I think she's my mom. I'm pretty sure she's my mom. I think she's in hiding from the Red Guard, and there's letters. I got one letter. I got letter number 7. I didn't get any of the other letters, red letters. I didn't get in the safes, and the safes probably had the letters. I didn't even find all the rest of the safes. I didn't draft every room. Mount Holly, your new home, 5 red rooms, total rooms 33, rank reached 10, steps taken 120, items found 8. Okay, is it really over though? People, I'm going to click exit, but is it really over? Your new home. Mount Holly, your new home. Because I inherited it because I got to room 46. Right? That was the conditions of the inheritance, was that I get to room 46. And I did it within a month. Well, I did it in 29 days. I spent less than a month doing it. So if my grand uncle was giving me only 1 month to get into room 46, which I don't know was actually the time limit that I was being set, but even if he was like, you have 1 month to do it or you don't inherit that mansion, I did it within a month. I did it within 30 days, right? But your new home, 5 red rooms, total rooms 33, rank reached 10, steps taken 120, items found 8. I made it to rank reached 10 because I made it to room 46. And it gave me credits. I'm hesitant to click the X, people. I'm going to screenshot this before I click X, because even though I'm recording this, people will not believe me. I'm going to save and quit, but because save and continue and save and quit should do the same thing. If it's going to let me continue, it should let me continue later, whether I quit now or continue now. So I'm going to save and quit. But before I stop recording, so I'm hoping that it's going to treat this like a, call it a day. Yes. Okay, it says we can continue with day 30. So, okay. So here's the thing. When I continue, in the next video, it will be day 30. Okay. I'm hoping it will let me continue to work on the puzzles, right? Because it says I can continue. It's not making me do a new game. It says I can continue day 30. I'm hoping that it won't like roll me back to, oh, well, if you're going to continue, you haven't found room 46. I found room 46. It didn't show me the interior of room 46, to be clear. So maybe, but it says it's my new home. So maybe now maybe it won't reset every day now. I don't know. Will it reset? I mean, the rooms, by the design of the mansion, it sounds like the rooms have to be drafted all the time anyway. But maybe my money won't reset. Maybe my items won't reset. Who knows? Now that it's my new home, maybe I'm no longer on the restriction that it will reset my entire inventory. It will reset my coins and my gems. Maybe it'll let me accumulate stuff, right? And then that would make it easier to get around, and that would make it easier to find and solve the puzzles. But please, 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 if nothing else, even if none of that is true, what needs to happen is when I continue day 30, which I can't do right now because it's kind of late my time, it's got to let me continue to work on the unsolved puzzles and find where Mary and Marigold, who I think is my mom, where she is, be reunited and stuff. And because I think Mary Marigold is the pen name of Mary Jones, my mom. And I need to solve stuff. But my word, people, this is just, it freaked my mind that we actually did this today. Um, uh, I I don't know what more to say. Thank you for being with me. I mean, we have so much more puzzles to solve. There's got to be other stuff to do. I swear, there's got to be. Okay, we'll see you for day 30. I'm gonna stop ranting, but this was a really. I mean, I can't stress how good a day that this was. A really good day. Really good day, right? Day 29. We got the room 46. Mount Holly is our new home. It should be official now. We shouldn't have to, you know, fight for the inheritance of it. We'll see how that works out. Starting day 30. Okay, I'm gonna quit now, but it says we can. It says when I come, it looks like when I come back, I can continue day 30. That's what it's promising. So let's hope that's true. Thanks for being with me. Have a good one.